Hello everybody, welcome to the 1959 Formula 1 World Cup. So last year we had Jean Behra taking his first ever championship title individually, but the United Kingdom, however, had won the Nations table for the third year in a row. So this season, will Jean Behra compete for France? If he does, can he win again? And can the United Kingdom win for a fourth year in a row? Without further ado, let's take a look at this year's lineup. And here are our first four teams for the 1959. We have got the United Kingdom, of course, the number one team because they won the Nations table last year, with Tony Brooks, Sterling Moss, Innes Ireland, and Cliff Allison to represent the team. With runners-up Italy with Antonio Pucci, Minato Boffa, Piero Drogo, and Dario Seppi. France, number 3 was last year's champion Jean Behra alongside Maurice Trintignant, René Cotton and Louis Cornert, with Argentina to round up the first 4 teams with Alejandro de Tomaso, Roberto Mears, Pedro Von Dory and Anton Von Dory. Next up, we've got Switzerland as the number 5 team, with West Germany number 6. The United States are the number 7 team. We've got a very strong line with Phil Hill, Dan Gurney, Maston Gregory and Roger Ward. And to round off the top 8 teams, we've got Belgium, the number 8 team, with Gendebien, Burles, Blairy and Paul Frere. And the final 4 teams, as we have 12 teams this season, we've got Sweden number 9, Portugal is number 10, number 11 is Mexico, and Canada is the 12th and final team. So we have all of our drivers. Let's take a look at this year's group lineup. And here are our 4 groups. In Group A, the definite favourite, in my opinion, is Sterling Moss, Maurice Trintignant, Wolfgang von Trips and Roger Ward. I think it's going to be a very interesting tussle between those 4 drivers for the top spot. In Group B, the definite favourites have got to be Tony Brooks, last year's champion of Jean Behra, Roberto Mears and Phil Hill. Well, I fancy Paul Frere's chances to be amongst those drivers for the top spot. In Group C, the favourite, in my opinion, have got to be Innes Ireland and Wolfgang Seidel. Maston Gregory, definitely a very good contender as well. And in Group D, the favourite, in my opinion, is got to be between Olivier Gendebien and Dan Gurney. So with those groups lined up, let's get straight into Group A and kick off the 1959 World Cup. And so here we go, it is Group A of the 1959 World Cup, and without further ado, let's just get straight to the first race as we head over to the 12 hours of Sebring, and Sterling Moss takes the win with Antonio Pucci taking 2nd for Italy. Jan Johnson is 3rd for Sweden, with Fred Van Buren 4th for Mexico, and Roger Ward rounding off your top 5. And jumping swiftly over to Monaco, Sterling Moss wins the race. Fred Van Buren is 2nd for Mexico, Jean Burris is 3rd for Belgium, 4th is Wolfgang von Trips for West Germany, and Maurice Trintignant rounds off your top 5. And going swiftly over to race number 3, it is Targo Florio, and Sterling Moss takes the win with Jan Johnson 2nd for Sweden, 3rd is Wolfgang von Trips of West Germany, 4th is Fred Van Buren of Mexico, and Gaston Andre rounding off your top 5 for Switzerland. And to complete the first quarter of Group A, we head over to the Indy 500, and it's yet another win for Sterling Moss, with Pedro Von Dory 2nd for Argentina, Fred Van Buren is 3rd for Mexico, 4th is Maurice Trintignant of France, and Gaston Andre rounds off the top 5 for Switzerland. And after 4 races of Group A, leading the way it is Sterling Moss with 4 races and won all 4 of them with 100 points. Fred Van Buren is 2nd for Mexico with 62, with Jan Johnson 3rd for Sweden with 52 points. In 4th is Wolfgang von Trips for West Germany with 44, and tied for 5th Pedro Von Dory of Argentina and Maurice Trintignant of France with 43 points each, with Mario Cabral of Portugal bottom of the board with 24 points. And moving swiftly on to race number 5, it is Zandvoort, and Sterling Moss wins yet again, with Jan Johnson 2nd for Sweden, Gaston Andre is 3rd for Switzerland, 4th is Antonio Pucci of Italy, and Roger Ward rounding off the top 5 for the United States, with Fred Van Buren who's 2nd in the standings, finishing bottom of the board in this race. And race number 6, it is the 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, and we have a different winner. Jean Burris wins the race for Belgium, Maurice Trintignant takes 2nd for France, 3rd is Roger Ward in the United States, 4th Antonio Pucci of Italy, and Sterling Moss rounds off the top 5 for the United Kingdom, as Fred Van Buren finishes 11th for Mexico. Race number 7, we go to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Roger Ward wins, with Maurice Trintignant taking 2nd, Jan Johnson 3rd for Sweden, 4th is Pedro Fondori of Argentina, and Mario Cabral rounds off the top 5 for Portugal, as Sterling Moss takes 7th, Fred Van Buren in 6th position. And to conclude the first half of Group A, at Pikes Peak, it is Pedro Fondori takes the win for Argentina, Roger Ward is 2nd for the United States, Fred Van Buren is 3rd for Mexico, Jean Behra is 4th for Belgium, and Maurice Trintignant rounds off the top 5 for France, as Sterling Moss finishes in last position. So halfway to Group A, leading the way, it is still Sterling Moss with 149 points. Roger Ward is 2nd for the United States with 105. 3rd is Jan Johnson of Sweden with 101 points, which is the same amount of points as Maurice Trintignant has for France. And Fred Van Buren down to 5th position for Mexico with 97 points, with Hugh Sutherland of Canada bottom of the board now with 56 points. Starting the second half of Group A, race number 9, it is the Reims Joux in France. Maurice Trintignant takes the win, Antonio Pucci is 2nd for Italy, 3rd is Jan Johnson of Sweden, Wolfgang von Trips is 4th, and Fred Van Buren rounding off the top 5 for Mexico, as Sterling Moss finishes down in 10th position, and Roger Ward in 9th place. And race number 10, it is Aintree, and Maurice Trintignant wins again, with Sterling Moss taking 2nd for the United Kingdom, Mario Cabral is 3rd for Portugal, 4th is Jan Johnson, and Hugh Sutherland rounds off the top 5 for Canada, as Roger Ward finishes in 6th position. And jumping over to race number 11 at AVUS in West Germany, Sterling Moss takes the win, Antonio Pucci 2nd for Italy, 3rd is Fred Van Buren of Mexico, 4th is Roger Ward, and Jean Behra rounding off the top 5 for Belgium. And to conclude the third quarter of Group A, at Portugal, Sterling Moss takes another win. Jean Behra is 2nd for Belgium, Mario Cabral is 3rd for Portugal, Wolfgang von Trips 4th for West Germany, and Gaston Andre rounding off the top 5 for Switzerland, with Roger Ward down in 10th place. So 4 races left to go. Going to the final quarter, Sterling Moss is leading the way with 225 points. Maurice Trintignant is 2nd with 160 points. Roger Ward is 3rd with 141 points. In 4th, Jan Johnson with 139 points. And to round the top 5 is Fred Van Buren of Mexico with 138 points, with Hugh Sutherland still bottom of the board with 89 points. Going into race number 13 now, we head to the 24 Hours at Goodwood, and Pedro Fondori wins for Argentina, Fred Van Buren is 2nd for Mexico, Hugh Sutherland is 3rd for Canada, 4th Maurice Trintignant of France, and Antonio Pucci rounding off the top 5 for Italy, as Sterling Moss finishes in last place in this race. And race number 14, it is Monza. Hugh Sutherland wins the race for Canada, Fred Van Buren is 2nd for Mexico, Roger Ward 3rd for the United States, 4th is Maurice Trintignant, and Jean Behra rounding off the top 5 for Belgium, as Sterling Moss finishes down in 8th place. And going to race number 15, it is the Sebring. Gaston Andre wins for Switzerland, Sterling Moss takes 2nd, Jean Behra is 3rd for Belgium, 4th is Wolfgang von Trips, and Fred Van Buren rounding up the top 5 for Mexico, as Maurice Trintignant finishes down in 11th place. And for the 16th and final race, it's another 12 hours of Sebring, and Jan Johnson wins for Sweden, Roger Ward takes 2nd for the United States, Gaston Andre is 3rd for Switzerland, Fred Van Buren 4th for Mexico, and Jean Behra rounding off the top 5 for Belgium, as Sterling Moss finishes in 9th and Maurice Trintignant in 7th. And the winner of Group A is Sterling Moss with 264 points. Fred Van Buren of Mexico is 2nd with 202 points. Maurice Trintignant 3rd with 200 points. Roger Ward for the United States is 4th with 193 points. Jan Johnson of Sweden is 5th with 182 points. 6th is Pedro Fondori of Argentina with 134 points. Jean Behra of Belgium takes 7th with 168 points. Antonio Pucci of Italy is 8th with 164 points. Gaston Andre is 9th for Switzerland with 162 points. 10th, Wolfgang von Trips of West Germany with 154 points. Hugh Sutherland of Canada is 11th, 143 points. And bottom of Group A is Mario Cabral of Portugal with 138 points. So with the first group out of the way, let's check the standings as it will be a direct reflection of this result. And here is the results after Group A. As you can see, Sterling Moss kicking things off by taking the top spot, with Brad Van Buren in second place, with Morris Trinity on round the top 3. In the Nations table, pretty similar story. The United Kingdom kicks things off in first position, with Mexico a very strong start in second, and France to round off the top 3 spots. So without further ado, let's move straight into Group B and see how things will be shaken up. And here we go, it is now Group B of the 1959 World Cup, and without further ado, let's jump into the first race at Sebring. So the 12-hour Sebring, Toby Brooks takes the win, Gareth Bankston is second for Sweden, third is Jean Behra for France, Hush van Hanstein is fourth for West Germany, and Bob Hanna of Canada rounding off your top 5. And going over to race number 2, it is Monaco. And it's another win for Tony Brooks for the United Kingdom. Phil Hill takes second for the United States. Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto is third for Portugal. Minato Boffa takes fourth for Italy. And Paul Frere rounding off your top 5 for Belgium. And going over to race number 3, we head over to Targo Floreal. And Phil Hill takes the win, with Hush van Hanstein second for West Germany. In third is Paul Frere. Minato Boffa takes fourth for Italy. And Gareth Bankston rounding off your top 5 for Sweden. And to complete the first quarter of Group B, we head to the Indy 500, and it's another win for Phil Hill, with Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto second for Portugal, Bob Hanna is third for Canada, Peter Monteverdi is fourth for Switzerland, and Gareth Bankston rounds off the top 5 for Sweden. So 4 races in to Group B, leading the way it is Phil Hill with 79 points, with Toby Brooks second with 64 for the United Kingdom. Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto is third for Portugal with 50 points. Fourth is Hush van Hanstein of West Germany 47. And to round off the top 5 is Gunnar Bankston of Sweden with 45 points. As Roberto Mears of Argentina is bottom of the board with 25 points. And now going to race number 5, we head to Zandvoort, and Phil Hill wins again for the United States. Minato Boffa is second for Italy. Peter Monteverdi is third for Switzerland. Fourth is Jean Behra for France, and Paul Frere rounding up the top 5 for Belgium, as Tony Brooks finishes in 6th position. And going over to race number 6, it is the 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, and Phil Hill wins yet again, with Peter Monteverdi second for Switzerland, Jean Behra takes third for France, Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto is fourth for Portugal, and Bob Hanna rounds off the top 5 for Canada, as Tony Brooks finishes in 9th position. And going over to race number 7, it is the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and Pedro Rodriguez of Mexico takes the win. Phil Hill second for the United States, Bob Hanna third for Canada, fourth Francisco Jose Marquez is fourth for Portugal, and Paul Frere rounding up the top 5 for Belgium, as Tony Brooks finishes in 6th position. And to round up the first half of Group B, it is the Pikes Peak, and Tony Brooks takes the win for the United Kingdom, Roberto Mears second for Argentina, Jean Behra third for France, Hush van Hanstein is fourth for West Germany, and Bob Hanna rounding off the top 5 for Canada, as Phil Hill finishes down in 10th position. So halfway to Group B, leading the way now, it is Phil Hill with 155 points. With Tony Brooks in second with 116 points, Jean Behra third for France with 92 points, Bob Hanna for Canada is fourth with 89 points, and to round out the top 5 is Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto for Portugal with 87 points, as Roberto Mears of Argentina is bottom of the board with 61 points. And now going over to race number 9, it is Reims Show in France, Gunnar Bankston wins for Sweden, Pedro Rodriguez second for Mexico, Phil Hill third for the United States, Hush van Hanstein is fourth for West Germany, and Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto rounds off the top 5 for Portugal, as Tony Brooks finishes down in 7th position. As we head over to race number 10, it is A3 for the United Kingdom, and Paul Frere wins for Belgium. Hush van Hanstein is second for West Germany, Roberto Mears third for Argentina, Tony Brooks fourth for the United Kingdom, and Phil Hill rounding off your top 5. Going over to race number 11, we head over to AVUS in West Germany, and Tony Brooks takes the win, with Jean Behra in second for France, Gunnar Bengtsson is third for Sweden, Roberto Mir is fourth for Argentina, and Bob Hanna rounds up the top 5 for Canada, as Phil Hell of the United States finishes in last place in 12th. And to complete the third quarter of Group B, we head over to Portugal, and Phil Hell takes the win, with Hush van Hanstein second for West Germany, third is Paul Freire, Minato Boffa is fourth for Italy, and Gunnar Bengtsson rounds off the top 5 for Sweden, as Toy Brooks finishes down in 11th place. And so with 4 races left to go, leading the way it is Phil Hell still with 211 points, with Toy Brooks in second with 168 points. Hush van Hanstein of West Germany is third with 142 points. Fourth is Paul Freire for Belgium with 139 points. And Jean Behra of France rounds off the top 5 with 136 points, as Peter Monteverdi of Switzerland and Roberto Mir of Argentina both joined bottom of the board with 105 points each. And now, going over to race number 13, we head over to 24 Hours at Goodwood, and as Phil Hell takes another win, with Jean Behra second for France, Minato Boffa third for Italy, fourth is Bob Hanna of Canada, and Pedro Rodriguez rounding off the top 5 for Mexico, as Tony Brooks finishes down in 9th position. And race number 14, it is Monza, and Tony Brooks takes the win. Hush van Hanstein second for West Germany, third Paul Freire for Belgium, Bob Hanna fourth for Canada, and Jean Behra running off the top 5 for France, as this time Phil Hell finishes down in 10th position. And going over to the penalty race, race number 15, we go back to Sebring, and it's Jean Behra that takes the win, with Toy Brooks in second, Phil Hell is third, Gunnar Bengtsson fourth for Sweden, and Bob Hanna running off the top 5 for Canada. And for the 16th and final race, we stay at Sebring for the 12 Hours of Sebring, and Phil Hell takes the win. Toy Brooks second for the United Kingdom, Pierre Monteverdi third for Switzerland, Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto fourth for Portugal, and Hush van Hanstein rounds off the top 5 for West Germany. And the winner of Group B is Phil Hell with 283 points. Tony Brooks finishes second with 240 for the United Kingdom. Jean Behra for France is third with 201 points. Hush van Hanstein of West Germany takes fourth with 186 points. In fifth, Paul Freire of Belgium with 133 points. Gunnar Bengtsson takes sixth for Sweden with 164 points. Bob Hanna of Canada finishes 7th with 157 points, one more than Pedro Rodriguez of Mexico, down in 8th. Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto takes 9th with 154 points. 10th, Minato Boffa of Italy with 151 points. Roberto Mir is 11th for Argentina with 143 points. And Pierre Monteverdi of Switzerland, bottom of the Group B with 136 points. So with those results, let's check over the standings to see where everything stacks up before we head over to Group C. And after Group B, we can see the standings. Phil Hell is now the number 1 man in first place for the United States, with the two Brits of Sterling Moss and Toy Brooks still putting a very, very strong start for the team, with the United Kingdom well out in front with 504 points, with the United States in second position with 436, and then a big gap down to third position, of which is held by France, with Mexico still doing really, really well for the team, hanging in fourth position. As we now move over to Group C, we'll see how things will be shaken up once again. And here we go, we're on to Group C for the 1959 Formula 1 World Cup, and without further ado, let's get to the first race of this group. And the 12 Hours of Sebring is going to be won by Joaquim Correia de Oliveira of Portugal, with Maston Gregory taking second for the United States. Stuart Northup is third for Sweden, Innes Ireland fourth for the United Kingdom, and Wolfgang Seidel running off your top 5. And moving over to race number 2, it's Monaco. Wolfgang Seidel takes the win, with Joaquim Correia de Oliveira is second for Portugal. Mario Mercado is third for Mexico. Anton von Dory is fourth for Argentina, and Maston Gregory rounding off your top 5. And going over to race number 3, Targo Florio. Maston Gregory takes the win, with Harry Entwistle second for Canada, and it's Ireland is third for the United Kingdom. Fourth is Wolfgang Seidel of West Germany, and Blairy of Belgium rounds off your top 5. And to complete the first quarter of Group C, at the Indy 500, Piero Drago wins for Italy. Stuart Northup is second for Sweden. Mario Mercado is third for Mexico. Innes Ireland takes fourth for the United Kingdom, and Anton von Dory rounding off your top 5. So with the first quarter out of the way, leading the way, it's Maston Gregory with 63 points, which is one more than the Portuguese driver of Joaquim Correia de Oliveira, with Wolfgang Seal third with 59 points. Innes Ireland is fourth for the United Kingdom with 51 points. And to round up the top 5 is Piero Drogo of Italy with 49 points, with Louis Cornet of France bottom of the board with 23 points. And now going over to race number 5 at Zandvoort, Mario Mercado wins for Mexico, with Harry Entwistle second for Canada, with Blairy taking third for Belgium. Joaquim Carrera de Oliveira is fourth for Portugal, and Henny Walter running off the top 5 for Switzerland, as Master Gregory finishes down in 7th place. And now moving over to race number 6, it is the 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, with Louis Cornet taking the win for France. Master Gregory is second for the United States, and Ireland is third for the United Kingdom, with Anton von Dory fourth for Argentina, and Harry Entwistle running off the top 5, as the Portuguese driver of Joaquim Correa de Oliveira down in 9th position. And now moving over to race number 7, we head over to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Pierre Drogo takes the win, with Stuart Northup in second for Sweden. Louis Cornet is third for France, with Wolfgang Seal taking fourth, and Master Gregory rounding off the top 5 for the United States, as Joaquim Correa de Oliveira finishes down in 6th position for Portugal. And to complete the first half of Group C, we head over to Pikes Peak, and Master Gregory takes the win, with Louis Cornet in second for France. Pierre Drogo is third for Italy. Stuart Northup is fourth for Sweden, and Anton von Dory rounding off the top 5 for Argentina. And halfway into Group C, leading the way now, it is Master Gregory still with 128 points, with Pierre Drogo now in second for Italy with 106 points. Joaquim Correa de Oliveira down to third with 98 points. Mario Mercado is fourth for Mexico with 93 points. One more is Stuart Northup for Sweden, rounding off the top 5, who is also one more point ahead of Wolfgang Seal, sixth for West Germany, with Henny Walter for Switzerland down at the bottom of the board with 58 points. And now moving over to the second half of Group C, race number 9, Reims in France. Master Gregory takes the win, and Innes Ireland is second for the United Kingdom. Henny Walter is third for Switzerland. Harry Entwistle is fourth for Canada, and Wolfgang Seidel rounding off your top 5 as Pierre Drogo finishes down in 7th position. At race number 10, it is Aintree at the United Kingdom, and Master Gregory wins the race with Innes Ireland as home race in second. Mario Mercado is third for Mexico, Henny Walter fourth for Switzerland, and Harry Entwistle running off the top 5 for Canada, as we have got Pierre Drogo finishing bottom of the board in 12th. In race number 11, we head over to AVUS at West Germany, and Mario Mercado of Mexico takes the win, with Joaquim Correa de Oliveira second for Portugal. Louis Cornet is third for France. Harry Entwistle is fourth for Canada, and Innes Ireland rounding off the top 5 for the United Kingdom, as Master Gregory finishes in 10th, and Pierre Drogo finishing bottom of the board in 12th. And to complete the third quarter of Group C, we head over to Portugal. Anton von Dory takes the win, with Stuart Northup in second for Sweden. Harry Entwistle is third for Canada. Wolfgang Seal is fourth for West Germany, and Louis Cornet rounding off the top 5 as Pierre Drogo finishes in 6th and Master Gregory in 7th. So with 4 races left to go, leading the way, it is still Master Gregory with 193 points, with Mario Mercado in second with 150 points for Mexico, and it's Ireland for the United Kingdom is third with 146 points. Joaquim Correa de Oliveira is fourth with 139 points, and Harry Entwistle rounding off the top 5 for Canada with 135 points, with Blairy of Belgium bottom of the board now with 98 points. And moving over to race number 13, we head over to the 24 Hours at Goodwood. Master Gregory takes the win. Joaquim Correa de Oliveira is second for Portugal. Anton von Dory is third for Argentina. Wolfgang Seal is fourth for West Germany, and Pierre Drogo running off the top 5 for Italy, as Mario Mercado is down in 8th position for Mexico. With race number 14 going over to Monza, and Master Gregory wins the race with Pierre Drogo in second for Italy. Anton von Dory is third for Argentina. Joaquim Correa de Oliveira is fourth for Portugal, and Henny Walter running the top 5 for Switzerland, as Mario Mercado finishes down in 9th. Race number 15 at Sebring, Master Gregory wins again, with Louis Cornet in second, Henny Walter third, Wolfgang Seal fourth, and Pierre Drogo running for top 5, as the Mexican driver Mario Mercado, finishing down in 11th position, And for the 16th final race, the 12 hours of Sebring, and it's won by Maston Gregory. Innes Island 6th for the United Kingdom, Wolfgang Seals 3rd, Mario Makada 4th for Mexico, and Louis Cornet rounding off the top 5. And so the winner of Group C is Maston Gregory with 293 points. Joaquim Correa de Olivia is second for Portugal with 187 points. Innes Island for the United Kingdom is third with 186 points. Fourth, Pierre Drago is fourth for Italy with 184 points. Fifth is Mario Makada of Mexico with 183 points. Wolfgang Seal takes sixth for West Germany with 181 points. Seventh, Louis Cornet for France, 133 points. Anton von Dory is eighth for Argentina with 168 points. Ninth, Harry Entwistle of Canada with 161 points. 10th, Stuart Northrop of Sweden with 159 points. Haley Walter for Switzerland is 11th with 142 points. And bottom of Group C is Blairy with 127 points. So with just one more group to go, let's check the standings to see how everything stacks up before we go over to Group D. As we look at the standings after Group C, we see Maston Gregory is now the new leader of the Interventional Championship, with Phil Hill in second and the two Brits still third and fourth position. In the nations table, it's definitely shaken up. The United States are now out in front with 769 points. The United Kingdom hold on to second with 690, with France running up the top 3 with 574 points, but the gap for third is definitely closed in between France and Mexico. With only one group left to go, how will things shake up before we head over to the final? Without further ado, let's move over to Group D. And here we go, it is finally on to the fourth and final group, Group D. And once again, let's get to the first race and see how things will play out. First up, the 12 hours of Sebring. Arthur Heuberger wins for Switzerland, Cliff Allison 6th for the United Kingdom, Eberhard Mal 3rd for West Germany, Ricardo Rodriguez 4th for Mexico, and Dan Gurney rounding off the top 5 for the United States. And going over to race number 2, it is Monaco. Dario Seppi wins for Italy, Olivier Guindebian 2nd for Belgium, Dan Gurney 3rd for the United States, 4th is Cliff Allison, and Joe Bonnier running up the top 5 for Sweden. And going over to race number 3, it is Targo Florio, and Joe Bonnier wins for Sweden, Ricardo Rodriguez 2nd for Mexico, René Cotton 3rd for France, Fred Hayes 4th for Canada, and Arthur Heuberger running up the top 5 for Switzerland. And to complete the first quarter of Group D, it is the Indy 500 where Dario Seppi wins, with Dan Gurney 2nd for the United States, Alejandro De Tomaso 3rd for Argentina, 4th is Olivier Guindebian, and Ricardo Rodriguez running up the top 5 for Mexico. And so 4 races in, leading the way, it is Dario Seppi with 66 points. Dan Gurney is second for the United States with 56. 52 points for Ricardo Rodriguez from Mexico in third. 4th is Arthur Heuberger of Switzerland with 49. And right at the top 5, Joe Bonnier of Sweden with 47 points. And Alejandro De Tomaso is bottom of the board at the moment with 30 points. Now going over to race number 5, it is Zandvoort. Fred Hayes wins for Canada, Olivier Guindebian 2nd for Belgium, René Cotton 3rd for France, with Dario Seppi 4th for Italy, and Cliff Allison rounding off your top 5. And going over to race, actually Dan Gurney finishing down in 11th by the way. As we go over to race number 6, it is the 1000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, and Eberhard Mal wins for West Germany, Joe Bonnier is 2rd for Sweden, Fred Hayes is 3rd for Canada, Joaquim Felipe Nogueira is 4th for Portugal, and René Cotton rounds the top 5 for France, as Dario Seppi finishes down in 12th and Dan Gurney in 11th place. Heading over to race number 7, it is the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and Ricardo Rodriguez wins for Mexico, Alejandro De Tomaso is 2nd for Argentina, Fred Hayes 3rd for Canada, 4th is Dan Gurney, and Joaquim Felipe Nogueira rounds up the top 5 for Portugal. And to conclude the first half of Group D, we head over to Pikes Peak. Joe Bonnier takes the race win, Alejandro De Tomaso is 2nd for Argentina, Cliff Allison 3rd for the United Kingdom, 4th is Dario Seppi, and Ricardo Rodriguez rounds off the top 5 as Dan Gurney finishes down in 11th. So halfway into Group D, leading the way, it is now Joe Bonnier by 1 point over Dario Seppi. Joe Bonnier with 105 and Dario Seppi 104. Fred Hayes is 3rd with 102 points, Ricardo Rodriguez 4th with 101 points, and Eberhard Mal rounding off the top 5 for West Germany with 90 points, as Joaquim Felipe Nogueira is bottom of the board with 72 points. And now going over to race number 9, we head over to France, and Arthur Heuberger wins for Switzerland, Dario Seppi taking second, Abraham Mal is third for West Germany, fourth Ricardo Rodriguez from Mexico, and Joaquin Felipe Nogueira rounds off the top 5 for Portugal, as Sweden's Joe Bonnier finishes down in 8th position. Going over to race number 10, it is Aintree, and Dan Gurney takes the win, with Cliff Allison second for the United Kingdom, Fred Hayes is third for Canada, René Cotton fourth for France, and Joaquin Felipe Nogueira rounds off the top 5 for Portugal, as Dario Seppi is 10th and Joe Bonnier last position in 12th. Race number 11, we go to AVUS in West Germany. Ricardo Rodriguez wins for Mexico, Dario Seppi is second for Italy, third Arthur Heuberger, with Joe Bonnier in fourth, and Abraham Mal rounds off the top 5 for West Germany, as the top 2 drivers are finished in the top 5. And to complete the third quarter of Group D, we go over to Portugal, and Dan Gurney takes the win, Fred Hayes is second for Canada, Joe Bonnier is third, Cliff Allison fourth, and Abraham Mal rounds off the top 5, as Dario Seppi finishes in 7th. So 4 races left to go. Leading the way, it is Dario Seppi with 159 points, with Ricardo Rodriguez of Mexico in second with 157 points, Fred Hayes for Canada is third with 152 points, Arthur Heuberger is 4th for Switzerland with 147 points, and Dan Gurney also has 147 points for the United States, as Joaquin Felipe Nogueira is still bottom of the board with 105 points. Going over to race number 13, we're at the 24 Hours at Goodwood, and Joe Bonnier takes the win, with Joaquin Felipe Nogueira is second for Portugal, third is Olivier Guindebian of Belgium, René Cotton fourth for France, and Abraham Mal rounds off the top 5 for West Germany, as Dario Seppi finishes in 9th position and Ricardo Rodriguez in 10th. And going over to race number 14, we are at Monza, and Joe Bonnier wins again, with Dan Gurney taking second for the United States, Alejandro Di Passo is third, Abraham Mal is fourth for West Germany, and Cliff Allison rounds off the top 5 for the United Kingdom, as Dario Seppi is 6th, and Ricardo Rodriguez is in 8th. And going over to Sebring, is Cliff Allison takes the win, with Abraham Mal second for West Germany, Joe Bonnier is third for Sweden, Arthur Heuberger fourth for Switzerland, and Ricardo Rodriguez rounds off the top 5 as Dario Seppi takes 8th position. And for the 16th final race, still at Sebring, and Fred Hayes wins for Canada. Dan Gurney takes second, Ricardo Rodriguez is third, Dario Seppi is fourth, and Cliff Allison rounds off the top 5. And the winner of Group D is Joe Bonnier with 219 points, with Dan Gurney in second with 201 points. Ricardo Rodriguez takes third for Mexico with 198 points, Dario Seppi fourth for Italy with 197, Fred Hayes is fifth for Canada with 196, Cliff Allison takes sixth for the United Kingdom with 189, joins seventh Arthur Heuberger of Switzerland and Abraham Mal of West Germany with 182 points each, René Cotton 9th for France with 149 points, 10th Joaquin Felipe Nogueira is 10th for Portugal with 147, Alejandro Di Tomaso is 11th for Argentina with 145, and Olivier Guindebian bottom of Group D for Belgium with 139 points. So that is all 4 groups completed. Let's check the standings and find out who's made to the finals and who has sadly been eliminated. And here we are, all 4 groups have been completed, with Master Gregory going into the final as the number 1 man, with his teammate Phil Hill in second. The number 3-4 drivers are the 2 Brits of Sterling Moss and Toby Brooks, with a very surprise 5th place for Joe Bonnier of Sweden, and Fred Van Buren, a very good performance from the Mexican, to be 6th, with joint 7th being Jean Behra and Roger Ward. In the nations table, the United States are going into the final as the team to beat with 970 points, which is just under 100 more than the United Kingdom in second, with Mexico in 3rd position with a 15-point gap over 4th place Sweden, as France dropped down to 5th, just 1 point behind the Swedish team. But let's take a look at the drivers outside the top 24 that have also made it to the final. And here are the drivers outside the top 24, but they have made it to the final. The biggest surprise, in my opinion, is got to be Wolfgang von Trips, all the way down in joint 36 with Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto of Portugal. And of course, you can see, because of the tie for 36, we have 37 drivers that made it to the final. Another big surprise I've paid to see outside the top 24 has got to be Paul Freire of Belgium, who is in joint 25th with Louis Cornet with 173 points. And here are the drivers that have failed to make it to this year's final. The two drivers I'm absolutely shocked to see outside the possessions to get to the final are Roberto Mears of Argentina with only 143 points and Olivier Gindebian in 45th with 139 points. I am stunned to see those two drivers having a very, very bad season. But hopefully they'll come back for 960 and they will bounce back. But without further ado, let's make our way over to the final and see who will be our drivers and nations champions. And here we go, to the 1959 World Cup final. So before we get into the first race, let's check the drivers that have made it to the final. And as you can see, we've got 12 teams that made it to the final. So we'll start with Argentina. They've got two drivers that made it through, Pedro Vondori and Anton Vondori, who are 24th and 28th respectively in the standings. For Belgium, they've got two drivers that made it through, Paul Frere and Jean Behra, who are 25th and 27th respectively. And then we've got Canada. They have got three drivers that made it through, Fred Hayes 12th, Harry Entwistle 32nd, and Bob Hanna in 34th place. Followed up with France, they have got Jean Behra, Maurice Trintignant and Louis Cornet, who are 7th, 9th and 26th respectively. And the next country, we've got Italy. They've got three drivers made it through, Dario Seppi, Pedro Drogo and Antonio Pucci, who are 11th, 18th and 29th. And next we've got Mexico. They've got all four drivers that made it through, with Fred Van Buren, Ricardo Rodriguez, Mario Mercado and Pedro Rodriguez, who are 6th, 10th, 19th and 35th respectively. And then we've got Portugal. They've got two drivers made it through, Joaquim Correa de Oliveira and Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto, who are 15th and 37th respectively. And next up is Sweden. They've got all four drivers made it through, Joe Bonnier, Jan Johnson, Gunnar Bengtsson and Stuart Northup, who are 5th, 20th, 30th and 33rd in the standings. And then we've got Switzerland. They've got two drivers made it through, Arthur Heuberger and Gaston Andre, who are 21st and 31st respectively. And then we've got the United Kingdom. We've got all four drivers made it through, Sterling Moss, Tony Brooks, Cliff Allison and Ennis Ireland, who are 3rd, 4th, 14th and 17th in the standings. And then we've got the United States of America, Masson Gregory, Phil Hill, Dan Gurney and Roger Ward, 1st, 2nd, 8th and 13th in the standings. And the final team, West Germany, with all four drivers, Husch von Hanstein, Eberhard Mahl, Wolfgang Seidel and Wolfgang von Trips, who are 16th, 22nd, 23rd and 36th. So with that out of the way, it's now finally time to get to the first race of the final, as we will kick off in the 12th out of Sebring. Tony Brooks takes the win, Maurice Trintignant is 2nd, 3rd Fred Hayes of Canada, Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto takes 4th for Portugal, 5th is Jean Behra for Belgium, Sterling Moss 6th, Master Gregory 7th, Paul Frere 8th and Tony Pucci 9th, and Bob Hanna rounds off the top 10 as we've got Dan Gurney 36th, Fred Van Buren is 33rd, we've got Phil Hill 26th, Joe Bonnier 18th, Jean Behra 16th, and I think that's worth noting the drivers are outside the top 10 after this first race. Going over to Monaco, we've got Mario Mercado takes the win for Mexico, Dan Gurney is 2nd, Jean Bonnier is 3rd, Fred Van Buren is 4th for Mexico, Fred Hayes 5th for Canada, Jan Johnson 6th, Phil Hill 7th, Anton Vondori is 8th, Ennis Ireland 9th, and Jean Behra rounds off the top 10. As we've got Tony Brooks 32nd, Master Gregory 31st, Sterling Moss is 15th, Maurice Trintignant in 13th, Jean Behra in 12th position. As we move to race number 3, we head to the Targa Floreal, where Paul Frere takes the win for Belgium, Sterling Moss is 2nd, Dan Gurney is 3rd, Jean Behra 4th, Eberhard Mahl is 5th for West Germany, 6th is Master Gregory of the United States, Husch von Hanstein is 7th, 8th Gaston Andre, Joe Bonnier 9th, and Wolfgang Seidel rounding off your top 10 as we've got Fred Van Buren in 29th, we've got Phil Hill in 18th, Tony Brooks 16th, Maurice Trintignant 15th place. And to wrap up the first quarter of the final, we are heading over to the Indy 500, and Fred Hayes wins for Canada, Ricardo Rodriguez is 2nd for Mexico, Jean Behra takes 3rd for France, Harry Entwistle is 4th for Canada, Eberhard Mahl is 5th for West Germany, 6th Anton Vondori, 7th Pedro Vondori, Mario Mercado 8th, 9th is Dario Seppi, and Ennis Ireland rounds off the top 10 for the United Kingdom as we've got Joe Bonnier in 36th, Fred Van Bjorn 32nd, Master Gregory 28th, Sterling Moss 25th, Toby Brooks 24th, Morris Trinity on 21st, Phil Hill 18th. Then we got Dan Gurney in 12th. So 4 races in, 12 to go. Leading the way in this final, it is Fred Hayes with 57 points, with Mario Macaris in second with 36, with same amount of points Dan Gurney in third. Jean Behra and Paul Frere share fourth with 33 points. Sterling Moss is 6th with 31 points. Toby Brooks 7th with 25 points. Joint 8th is Ricardo Rodriguez and Morris Trinity with 24 points each. And to round the top 10 is Abraham Mal with 22 points. As we look towards the bottom of the standings, we've got Garrett Bengtson, Wolfgang von Tripp, Stuart Nottarp, Roger Ward, Pedro Rodriguez, all with a minus score between 3 and 8. With 12 races left to go, there's still a chance for them to turn to a positive score as we head to race number 5. We head to the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Arthur Huberger wins for Switzerland. Toby Brooks takes second for the United Kingdom. Jean Behra third for France. Fourth is Wolfgang Seal of West Germany. Pedro von Dory 5th for Argentina. Hush von Hanstein is 6th for West Germany. 7th Wolfgang von Trips. Mario Micala is 8th. 9th Ricardo Rodriguez. And Dan Gurney rounding off your top 10. As we've got Master Gregory in 36. We have got Morris Trinity on 31st. Fred Van Bjorn is 24th. Sterling Moss 23rd. Phil Hill 16th. Joe Bonnier in 14th position. And moving over to race number 6, we head to the 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, and Toby Brooks takes the win. Wolfgang Seal is 2nd, Sterling Moss is 3rd, 4th is Phil Hill, Jean Behra is 5th for France, Wolfgang von Tripp 6th for West Germany, 7th Sean Burles, 8th Roger Ward, Joaquim Correa de Olivia is 9th, and Master Gregory rounds off your top 10. As we got Fred Van Bjorn in 31st, Joe Bonnier 28th, Dan Gurney 22nd, Morris Trinity on 17th, Ricardo Rodriguez 14th, and that's about it. With notes outside the top 10. Race number 7. It is the 12th Raz Le Mans. Harry Twessel wins for Canada. Sterling Moss is 2nd for the United Kingdom. Jean Behra is 3rd. Dan Gurney 4th. Bob Hanna 5th for Canada. Mario Macara is 6th for Mexico. Paul Frere 7th. Gaston Andre is 8th for Switzerland. 9th Toby Brooks. And Jan Johnson rounds off the top 10 for Sweden. As we've got Morris Trinity on 31st, Fred Van Bjorn 28th, Master Gregory 25th, Phil Hill 18th, Joe Bonnier in 13th position. And to complete the first half of the final, we head to Pikes Peak, and Toby Brooks takes the win. Abraham Mal is 2nd for West Germany, Fred Hayes is 3rd for Canada, Stuart Nottarp is 4th for Sweden, Master Gregory 5th for the United States, 6th is Pedro von Dory, Louis Cornet is 7th for France, Jean Behra for France is in 8th, Bob Hanna 9th for Canada, and Mario Macara rounds the top 10 for Mexico as Phil Hill finishes at the bottom in 37th, Sterling Moss is 26th, Morris Trinity on 24th, Joe Bonnier 21st, Ricardo Rodriguez 20th, Fred Van Bjorn is 14th, and Dan Gurney in 11th. So halfway into this final, leading the way, it is Toby Brooks with 102 points. Jean Behra is 2nd with 84 points for France. 3rd, Fred Hayes with 72. 4th is Sterling Moss with 67. Mario Macara is 5th with 60. Dan Gurney is 6th also with 60 points. Paul Frere is 7th for Belgium with 42 points. Abraham Mal is 8th for West Germany with 41. 9th, Pedro von Dory of Argentina with 36, which is one more than Harry Twessel of Canada with 35 points. That rounds off your top 10. So, excuse me. We've got 3 drivers at the bottom of the board with a minus score. Cliff Allison -3, Pedro Rodriguez -8, and Garrett Bengtson also with -8. And we got Phil Hill going to this final in 2nd with only 17 points in 23rd. We got Morris Trinity on 18th with only 24 points. Master Gregory, the number 1 driver, down in 12th with 32 points. Joe Bonnier 17th with in a 3-way tie with 24 points. So going into the second half of the final, race number 9, we go to Reims in France, and Dan Gurney takes the win. Phil Hill is 2nd. Morris Trinity on 3rd for France. Louis Cornet 4th for France, 5th is Joaquim Correa de Olivia of Portugal, 6th is Tony Brooks, Mario Macara 7th, Sterling Moss 8th, Ricardo Rodriguez 9th, and Bob Hanna rounds off the top 10 for Canada. Jean Behra is 35th, Master Gregory 30th, Joe Bonnier 24th, Fred Van Bjorn is 18th. And going into race number 10, we go to Aintree in the United Kingdom, and Toby Brooks wins his home race with Master Gregory in second, Jan Johnson third for Sweden, Ellis Arndt fourth for the United Kingdom, fifth is Wolfgang von Trips, Piero Drogo is sixth, Dario Seppi seventh for Italy, Sean Barris is eighth for Belgium, Stuart Notter ninth, and Phil Hill rounds off your top 10, as Fred Van Bjorn is 34th, Ricardo Rodriguez 32nd, Joe Bonnier 26th, Maurice Trintignant 21st, Dan Gurney 16th, Sterling Moss 13th, Jean Behra 11th, and Phil Hill 10th. Race number 11, we go to West Germany, and Phil Hill wins with Tony Brooks in second. Master Gregory is third for the United States, fourth is Ennis Ireland, fifth is Maurice Trintignant, Arthur Berger sixth for Switzerland, seventh is Mario Mercado of Mexico, eighth is Dan Gurney, Paul Ferrer ninth, and Roger Ward rounds off the top 10 for the United States. As we've got Joe Bonnier is 32nd, Ricardo Rodriguez 31st, Fred Van Bjorn 26th, Sean Behra 19th, Sterling Moss 18th, and that's pretty much everyone worth noting out of the top 10. And to complete the third quarter of the final, we head to Portugal, and Jean Behra takes the win with Sterling Moss in second, Gunnar Bengtsson is third for Sweden, fourth is Master Gregory, fifth is Tony Brooks, Joe Bonnier 6th, Stuart Northup is 7th, 8th is Bob Hanna, Arthur Berger 9th, and Ricardo Rodriguez rounding off your top 10. As we've got Dan Gurney 25th, Maurice Trintignant 21st, Fred Van Bjorn 17th, and Phil Hill in 11th. And so with 4 races left to go, leading the way, it is still Tony Brooks with 168 points. Jean Behra is second with 111 points, Sterling Moss is third with 98, fourth is Dan Gurney with 93, fifth Master Gregory with 81, sixth is Mario Mercado with 77, seventh Phil Hill with 73, Fred Hayes is 8th with 72, 9th Maurice Trintignant with 51, and throughout the top 10 Paul Ferrer with 50 points. And towards the bottom of the board, we've got 2 drivers with a minus score at the moment. Cliff Allison of the United Kingdom with minus 7, and Pedro Rodriguez of Mexico with minus 3 points. And with 4 races left to go, who is going to be able to clinch the title? Will it be Tony Brooks, or will someone else take that title off them? We head to race number 13. We go to the 24 hours at RAC at Goodwood, and Master Gregory takes the win. Phil Hill is second, Sterling Moss is in third, fourth Maurice Trintignant, Fred Hayes is 5th, Louis Corner is 6th, Mario Mercado 7th, 8th is Wolfgang von Trips, Ricardo Rodriguez 9th, and Pedro Rodriguez rounds off your top 10. So we've got Joe Bonnier 37th, Jean Behra 32nd, Tony Brooks is 22nd, Dan Gurney 16th, and Fred Van Bjorn in 13th position. As we go to race number 14, we go to Monza. Gaston Andre wins for Switzerland, Master Gregory 2nd, Tony Brooks is 3rd for the United Kingdom, Fred Van Bjorn is 4th, 5th Fred Hayes, Joe Bonnier is 6th, Paul Ferrer 7th, Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto is 8th, Harry Twissel 9th, and Stuart Northup rounds off your top 10. Dan Gurney is 36th, Phil Hill is 35th, Maurice Trintignant 28th, Ricardo Rodriguez 24th, Sterling Moss 13th, and Jean Behra in 12th. And going to the penultimate race, we go to the Sebring in the United States. Phil Hill takes the win, Sterling Moss is 2nd, Maurice Trintignant 3rd, Tony Brooks 4th, Dan Gurney 5th, Fred Hayes is 6th, Pedro Rodriguez 7th, Gunnar Bengtsson is 8th, Fred Van Bjorn 9th, and Ricardo Rodriguez rounds off the top 10 for Mexico. As we see it, those outside the top 10, we've got Jean Behra 24th, Joe Bonnier 19th, Master Gregory in 18th position. And for the 16th and final race, we go to the 12 hours of Sebring once again, which is won by Jean Behra. Tony Brooks takes 2nd, Pedro Rodriguez is 3rd for Mexico, Sterling Moss is 4th for the United Kingdom, Master Gregory in 5th, Louis Corner is 6th, Eberhard Mal is 7th for West Germany, 8th is Fred Hayes, Harry Twissel 9th for Canada, and Pedro Von Dory rounds off your top 10. As we've got Phil Hill 31st, Fred Van Bjorn 23rd, Maurice Trintignant in 19th, Dan Gurney 17th, Joe Bonnier in 16th. And the driver with the most amount of points in this final is Tony Brooks with 217 points, with Sterling Moss taking second for the United Kingdom with 150 points. Jean Behra is third with 140 points. Fifth is Phil Hill with 137. Sixth is Fred Hayes with 112 points. Dan Gurry takes seventh with 100 points. Eighth is Marion McCarter with 90 points for Mexico. Ninth, Maurice Trintignant with 80. Paul Fair rounds off the top 10 with 59 points, with a tie for 11th between Ricardo Rodriguez and Arthur Heuberger with 53 points. Abraham Mal takes 13th with 50. 14th, Harry Twissell with 46. 15th, Pedro Von Dory of Argentina with 41. The tie for 16th with Bob Hanna of Canada and Joe Boy of Sweden with 39 points each. The joint 18th between Louis Conrad and Jean Burleys with 38 points. Jan Johnson rounds off the top 20 for Sweden with 37. 21st, Fred Van Buren with 35 points. Wolfgang Seal takes 22nd with 34. Next is Anton Von Dory of Argentina with 32 points. 24th, Wolfgang Von Trips with 31. Tie for 25th between Pedro Rodriguez and Stuart Northup with 28 points. Then another tie for 27th between Gaston Andre and Francisco Jose Marquez Pinto with 26 points. Then it is Innes Ireland in 29th with 25 points. Tie for 30th between Dario Seppi and Tony Pucci, the two Italians with 21 points each. 32nd, Gara Bankston of Sweden with 17. 33rd, Joaquim Correa de Oliveira of Portugal with 16. There's Hush von Hanstein in 34th with 13 points, West Germany. There's Roger Ward with 12 points. Piero Drogo of Italy with 36 with 11 points. And Cliff Allison of the United Kingdom, the only driver to get a minus score, gets a score of minus 10. So with that fight out of the way, it's time to see who is the individual champion and who is the nation's champion. And here are the final standings, and Tony Brooks is the 1959 Drivers' Champion, with Maston Gregory second, Sterling Moss in third, Phil Hill takes fourth, with Jean Behra, the champion from last season, rounding off your top five. Sterling Moss and Tony Brooks put on a really good fight against the Americans to win the nation's table for the United Kingdom, but it just wasn't enough. The United States takes the championship title. The United Kingdom is second, with less than 100 points separating the two teams. France managing to fend off Mexico to round off the top three spots, with Mexico having a really good season in fourth. Canada also had a brilliant season for the team in fifth, ahead of Sweden. West Germany will be disappointed to be down in seventh. Italy will be absolutely devastated to be only in eighth position. Belgium takes ninth. Argentina will be absolutely mortified to be only in 10th, with Switzerland and Portugal the last two spots in the standings. And here are the drivers that were outside the top 24 that did make it to the final. Wolfgang Von Trips will be very, very disappointed to be in joint 32nd with Antonio Pucci with only 185 points. It's been a very, very disappointing year for Wolfgang Von Trips in general. Cliff Allison, the only driver made the final to finish with a minus score of minus 10 and ending up in 37th overall. Has that minus score affected the United Kingdom's chances of winning the nation's table? Possibly. We'll never really know what went wrong for Cliff Allison in this final. But I hope you enjoyed the season, and I hope you're looking forward to the 1960 season, and we will see if Tony Brooks will defend his title. Can the United States defend their title? Or will someone else take the individual and nation's titles home for 1960? Well, I hope to see you over there, and we will find out together.